So you're currently the general manager at the Ability Center in San Diego, right?
That's correct.
Okay. How long have you been there?
21 years last April.
Oh wow. Did you always start at the San Diego one?
Yeah, I started at the San Diego store, worked there for about 7 years, and then when we went to open up our first satellite location, they sent me to open it in Orange County. I worked there for about another 5, and then during that period of time, we opened up another store in Las Vegas, another store in Phoenix, and they needed help back at the corporate office because they were doing a lot of the operations there.
Yeah.
And I had the experience, so they brought me back, and I've been there since then.
Okay. Going into your position specifically, what steps did you take to get there?
In my development process, I already had some of the specific skills that it would take to manage. Our environment's mostly retail environment, but it's really specific retail. So everything we do is specifically tailored for each individual's disability.
Yeah.
I had fabricating skills, I had mechanical skills, I was very comfortable around cars. I had managed a small group of people in the restaurant industry. I had sales experience in the auto industry. I had more management experience on the construction site running like framing teams and stuff. So it just, I don't know that I got into the job thinking that I was going to be in the position I was at, but as I had spent a few years there, I started to realize that, I was confident that this industry was going to grow. It was a lot smaller when I was in it, when I started. And, through conversations with the owner and different people that have come and gone, I just saw it as an opportunity to develop myself. So, I learned everything I could learn about everything I did so that I had a complete skill set to, teach people, lead people, sell, take care of clients, manage a large budget. I had to learn different accounting skills that I didn't have. That's some of the stuff that I had to acquire that I didn't have.
Did you do that all by yourself, or did you go? There's specified training for stuff.
The accounting stuff I kind of did on my own. So I went and took accounting courses. Just like night courses or. UCSD has a business extension program. I took a few classes there, leadership, management, different kinds of skills there. The accounting stuff was just an interest that I had, and then after I did it, I figured out I really wasn't that interested in it.
Yeah.
But what prompted me to do that was that, as we started to get, when I first started, financial statements weren't in my realm of daily work, and then after about when they sent me up to Orange County to run the store, then I was responsible for understanding a financial statement. And I could read the numbers and all that, but I didn't really understand what made it up or how the statements were compiled.
Yeah.
So, basically took a year's worth of just general accounting classes to understand what a basic financial statement is made up of. And then after having that experience, some tutelage from like our CFO and vice president and things like that, I just developed a skill set, so I was strong enough to have a conversation about it and understand
Yeah.
it.
With the management team, how big is that? Is it just you and the guy, or?
Well, specifically in my case, I run a store that has, our store is the largest store.
Okay.
Most of our stores are satellite locations with somewhere between as little as 3, mostly around 5 to 8 people. I have 26 people that work at my store.
Okay.
3 different departments. I'm the only manager of that store.
Oh wow.
I also have responsibilities for shop operations. My skill set specifically that I'm most suited for probably is repair, installation, and modification of the products that we sell.
Yeah.
So I've developed, policies and procedures, participated on teams that develop those policies and procedures, as well as train other individuals to do what I know.
Okay. Can you describe just a typical day that goes on?
Yeah, typically I start my day off. I usually get in an hour early. Every day our store opens at 8. I usually get in at 7 to kind of organize my day and the things that I have to do. Actually, even though being a corporate general manager and director of shop operations, I still sell stuff every day. I have a client base that I deal with. One of the unique things about our company is that our general managers are, the revenue generators. We participate in the sales wheel every day.
Yeah.
So, I have appointments to make, I have clients to take care of. So I come in that hour before work to organize my day, take care of emails, the little things that just require, if I can focus on them, I get them done really quick. But if I'm distracted, it takes me a long time. So I'll arrange my day so that I can take care of those things, take care of any reports or, other responsibilities I have to send up the food chain, so to speak. And then at 8 o'clock, about 8:15, I'll meet with my staff. I find out individually what each of them have going on for the day, because our business is really personal. It's individual, face-to-face. There's a lot of moving parts in what we do. So, I'm checking in with my employees to see how many people are coming in the shop, how many sales appointments we have, how many van rentals are going out, who needs help doing what, where do we have to send people to get things we need. And so we'll kind of organize as a group what our day is going to be like.
Besides the fact that you wanted it was consistent. Like when you said you liked it because it was going to be a consistent paycheck. All that, you had kids. Is there anything about the kind of work that drove you towards this?
I would say that I had already had, one of the jobs that I had before I came to work at the Ability Center is I had worked at a company called Home Ed Co. And it was a company that we did deliveries of oxygen, hospital beds, wheelchairs. That was my first introduction for real into working in the disabled community. Or people, your clientele predominantly are disabled.
Yeah.
That's what I deal with. I found that to be rewarding, so it was enticing to me that I could now do what I really liked, which was working with my hands, being creative, solving problems, and doing it for people that I felt good about helping.
Yeah.
So it was kind of I can't say that I went in with that predetermined notion, but I went in understanding that it was going to be not only a paycheck, but I would get some personal satisfaction out of it.
Yeah. Is it, do you think, you've stayed there for so long because you do like what you're doing, in the sense of, your values, I guess, align with your company? Or?
I would say that my personal values do align with wanting to help people. I do that in my free time. I run a nonprofit.
Oh, really?
The nonprofit develops young girls to be athletes that get college scholarships. I spend a ton of my time doing that as well. So I think being someone that gives is pleasing to me.
Yeah.
That's what I get the most pleasure out of, is helping other people, it seems. I don't know that that's why I've stayed there. I've stayed there because I really like it. I really like what I do. There's been a financial stability and benefit. There's been some pride and ownership, even though I don't own the company, to say, look, I started when we had one cell phone that we used to share, and now we have 11 stores and 100 employees and everything else. And, I was along for the ride when I made no money to where I make a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
And I take satisfaction in that. That's satisfying to me.
Yeah, no, definitely. What would you tell somebody, hey, before you enter this journey, this is what you kind of need to know?
What I would say is this, and this is my personal perspective. It may not align. I've read most of the books. I've read Good to Great. I've read, Get on the Bus. I've read all the books.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that I got something out of every book I read. I don't suggest that somebody not read the books. I think that at some point I got bored with the books. But to get back onto the question that you asked me is, I think that personally, and this could be different in different industries, is that if you want to manage people, number one, you can't tell them what to do, you have to show them what to do. They have to understand that you're not only capable but willing of doing it, and then it's a lot easier road. I've been in situations or observed other managers in our company that thought telling people or different kinds of lording it over them was the way to go.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier and it's a lot more beneficial, and you have a lot better environment if the people that you're leading understand that we're all going in the same direction. You don't have to follow me, you need to walk beside me. And if one of you falls down, then I'm going to pick you up, and if I fall down, you're going to pick me up.
Yeah.
Rather than, well, You missed work today. And then some of that still happens. Like I have to sit down and have crucial conversations with employees that have strayed from the path.
Yeah.
But it's a lot easier because I can come from a perspective of, I've done this, and I'm not asking you more than you're capable of. These are the expectations. What can I do to help you to get to these expectations?
Yeah.
Because you're not getting there. And whatever the case may be, sometimes it doesn't always work out. People leave. But if I think the worst thing you can do as a manager is have somebody that has to leave that had no clue that they were going to leave because you hadn't talked to them. Like that's wrong.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a surprise.
Shouldn't be a surprise. And there have been situations where I've been a lot shorter with it than I have longer because my assessment of the situation is this is a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
And you try to do that as kindly and as gently as you can. I've had to get rid of people that we've had for 15 years. I've had to get rid of people that we've had for a month. And neither one of them are easy. Obviously, the guy that you've had for 15 years is a lot harder than the person you had for a month, but I take the same seriousness in both.
Yeah.
It's like if my people fail, I fail.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. It's just like when I coach. It's just like, there's 13 athletes on my team. I want them all to do well. I think that's huge.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's all the questions I have. So, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Get that.